Thank you for joining us on All for the Dream, where we dive into the reality of what it takes to go after a dream. All of the sweat, all of the tears, all of the sacrifice. And at the end of the day, it isn't easy. But is it worth it? I'm your host, Nakesha Wrights, and remember, no dream is too big. Hey everybody, it's your girl Nakesha Wrights, and I'm here with All for the Dream. And today we have another talented artist with us. Look, I want to do the name. Gina Elizabeth Franco. And so this nice mural behind us, self-made, because that's what we are, was done by this beautiful woman right here. So can you please just tell everybody what you do?
So I'm an artist here in Greensboro. I'm also a teacher. That's my real job. So I guess the art is a part-time or the teaching is part-time. I'm not really sure yet, but I do both for now.
So how long have you been doing your artwork?
I think the first mural I did was it was 7 years ago, and it was at a school that I was teaching at. They were looking for somebody to do a mural in their library, and I could always draw, so I was like, oh, I'll do it. And it came out pretty good, and I posted it on Facebook, and I guess the rest is history.
Yeah, because you actually did my logo for my last project, What Fairy Tale. So if y'all ever want to know who did it, this was the nice lady who did that for me. So since I said that, I'm gonna go ahead and go to that question. Wasn't my next question, but it is now. So you do logos, so you do graphic design, and then you do, your hand painting. So which one do you prefer?
Probably the hand painting. The graphic design can be a little tedious, and you have to sit in front of a computer most of the time. So it just doesn't have that physical aspect that I like when I'm out here, painting and getting on ladders, and it doesn't have the scale. People can't compose with it or anything, so it's just not as interesting. But I do it.
Okay, so when did you realize that you was dope? Because I've been seeing your stuff around. And I was like, and it's amazing to me because I can't do any type of splatter. I don't care if I splatter, it ain't gonna look good. So when did you realize that art was something that you could definitely do?
Really just took the response of other people. I didn't know. I was just kind of putting it out there, and I started getting a really good response, and people always encouraging and saying nice things, and eventually you're just like, oh, okay, I guess I'm pretty, I know what I'm doing, and just going off of their responses, kind of building on that, what people like, what people respond to, and just trying to pay attention, and just keep doing those things.
Okay, so you also well, no, I like what you said with that. So how does it make you feel when you see, because if y'all go on her page, you'll see where it's a lot of people that take pictures in front of her artwork. So how do you feel about that when you see the people in front of your artwork?
Well, that's like my motive. That's the best part of it for me. Like, the pieces don't really exist until somebody activates it. And to activate it, they have to come and take a picture, especially with these walls that I'm doing here. They're 100% made for photographs. They work okay by themselves, but if you're not really here, and you're just driving by, it's not very interesting. But when you get just seeing how people interact with it, and like what their caption is. Everybody's caption is different. Everybody has a story. So that it makes my day. That makes me want to just keep doing more and more and more. So.
Now, I was told that the spaceship doesn't work unless you're in it. So now I'm being abducted by the spaceship, and I don't know when I'm going, and I don't know where it's gonna take me, but I'm in it.
All right, so we're here at the Bearded Goat, Greensboro, and this is a piece I did it was commissioned by the bar owner maybe 2 months ago, and actually nobody really knows about this piece because it's on the back side of the bar, and this parking lot is only for employees, so really if you don't use this cut through right here, you don't see it. So I try to tell people about it because I just love selfies, and I love being tagged. So this is one that I hope will kind of gain popularity. And that's my favorite part. The guy with the tropical eyes. And then of course the selfie girl was for all of us who indulge.
Like for them selfie peoples, because we need those hearts in our life. If we don't get the hearts, then we we be feeling sad. I ain't got but one heart today. So recently you were on Fox 8. Can you tell us what that was about?
So they had kind of got wind when I did a Valentine's Day mural here. It was like really popular. There were a lot of people that came out, so they kind of got wind of it, and they weren't able to get out here in time to catch me for that piece. They did a little story on it, but I wasn't here, so they contacted me via email, and they were like, let us know the next time you do something so we can come film you. And I was like, oh, okay. So this piece was actually kind of a response to this other piece beside it. So it's a hashtag. It says Justice for Joey, and that was done by a local artist, Brian Lewis, aka Jex. I'm sure you've heard of him. He does all the portraits and stuff. He's the bomb. Anyway, so he wrote that. He was really good friends with Joey, and everybody was just kind of upset about how everything was being handled, and the girl that was the drunk driver, she wasn't really being what we thought held responsible, and so there was a lot of emotions behind it. So that's where that hashtag came from. And then I actually knew the girlfriend of Joey, and she was just so upset, and so I just kind of did this piece for her, thinking about her, and I just wanted, and I've kind of I'm attracted to the anime style.
And then you also said that you change this every month.
Yeah,
so
this is I would say the only piece that I have that I rotate.
Okay.
And I just feel like with the attention spans, and I wanted something that would, because I want to bring the same people back. And if you have the same piece up and they've already taken a picture, they're not really going to come back. So I wanted to kind of activate this empty parking lot, bring people here, and now there's people who look forward to what I'm going to do next, or they're like, oh, I can't wait for you to do the next one, so I can, so it's definitely piqued a lot of interest. So.
Okay. Let me leave it right there. What made you come up with that idea?
You know what, because I have so many ideas that I was like, I need 100 walls, or I need a wall that I could just change 100 times. So that's really how it came out. I was like, well, I know that I don't know enough property owners here to have a different wall every month to kind of get these ideas out. So I was like, well, most people get kind of tired of things after a month. That's probably a good lifespan of art, of something like this. So I was like, I'll just do the same wall. I just don't get too attached, because then you have to paint over it, and then
But I mean, you still have your pictures for your keepsakes and things like that.
Don't go away.
Yeah.
I mean, the mural goes away, but my in my Instagram and other people's Instagram, it's stamped forever. I can always reminisce. So.
So we all, well, not we all, not the lucky ones, but we go to that job. So you said, you're a teacher and you go to teach. And I'm sure you enjoy the children and things and dealing with all them personalities. But when you come and you paint a mural, what type of feelings are you experiencing when you do that?
For me, I think that the scariest part is when I first did it, I realized, this is what I want to do. And that was kind of, I just felt like I was in this kind of a predicament. Okay, well, if you finally found something that gives you pleasure, so now I guess the past year has been me trying to figure out how I can make it my job, my only. Not that I don't love the kids, I do, I really do, but I really want to do, every time I paint, I know I don't want to be anywhere else or doing anything else. So to be true to myself, it's going to have to be, something that becomes full-time.
Okay. And do you actually teach art, or do you teach?
No, everybody just assumes I teach art, which is fine, but I actually teach technology. So I'm not getting a whole lot, fulfillment, necessarily from that. I guess I kind of used to, because I didn't really know anything else, But now that I see that I can make a living, I mean, I do compensate, get compensation for the majority of my murals. So once I kind of started seeing that you can get paid, I was like, oh, well. So I'm definitely in that transition right now. I just haven't made the leap of faith.
Oh yeah, that leap of faith be hard. I'm not even gonna lie, it is. You put your toe in. You put your toe in, but and I know you also. I know I asked you before a long time ago, and I've known Gina for like 20 years. You paint the walls of like people's houses, like you paint walls and stuff, but you also do, like you said, commission work. Where are some of the places that you actually went and did some of your commission work?
I would say in the past 2 years, I've been to Atlanta, Denver, Jacksonville, Florida, Durham, Raleigh. That might be it. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I feel like I've been doing a lot of work outside of Greensboro, because I don't, I love working here because I have a connection here, but I also love knowing that I've left something in these other cities too, that I can come back and visit, and so I definitely want more of those.
Okay. Yeah. So what would you tell somebody right now? Because I know, like you say, you're trying to transition, and I know it's hard, because you gotta make sacrifices and things, or you gotta be compensated so you can still be living properly. So what would you say to somebody right now who feels like they want to give up on pursuing one of their dreams?
Probably just something. I've been there. Like, I've definitely been to where I'm like, I can't. Rejection is the hardest thing. I mean, I still get turned down for jobs that I apply for, or murals that I apply for. But I know, I have to believe that there's an opportunity around the corner, and just to keep going. But I can't. I'm at a point where I can't do anything else. Like, I know that there's nothing else out there that is going to give me that same pleasure. So I'm in it. Like, I'm just in it. I'm not. I can't. There's nothing else. So, but yeah, just know. Just apply for way more than you can handle, because you're not going to get them all. And that way the rejections don't sting as much. But yeah, just and don't care what people think. Yeah. Because that'll hold you back big time. I mean, I can remember, coming up with something and thinking it was so stupid, and like, I'm not gonna, nobody's gonna like that, but like, then I did it and it was like awesome. And like, people, and I'm like, I'm so glad that I, just stopped caring what people think and just do what you want to do.
Yeah. That's hard. That's hard to stop caring what people think sometimes. But, it is a great thing to do, not care, because, in the end, you're self-made. Right. So you got to be yourself, and you got to do you, and everybody's not going to like what you do, and you're not going to like what everybody does. So, just do you. Can you let the people know where they can reach you?
Yep. So I would say the most, I guess, where I, and the most active is Instagram. And I have it written here. I usually always write my Instagram handle on every piece. It's really long too, so that's fun. So it's just at Gina Elizabeth Franco.
So once again, this was All for the Dream with the beautiful Gina Franco. Make sure you go like, subscribe, and share, only on Save the Arts TV.
Say the Arts TV, let's go!